Hi, Brandon Lewis here of Embedded Computing Design, and we're here at NVIDIA's GPU Technology Conference 2019. And I'm here at the ADLINK booth, and I'm with Zane Tsai, who is a product director for a lot of the platforms that you guys have going on. There's a myriad of them here behind us. But before we get into some of that, I wanted to see what you're seeing at ADLINK in terms of the need for inferencing and AI compute performance in general at the edge, and some of the challenges that that's creating.
Oh, all right. Actually, in ADLINK, we're focusing on the edge computing part. So in terms of edge computing, you can say that our major focus is on the inference. So when there's a model generated, you have to deploy that model in the physical devices. That can take the data inputs and do the compute based on that model, then generate the result. So that's how we emphasize ourselves, and that's how we position ourselves to providing this reliable and robust platform to host or accelerate this kind of applications. Yeah.
Very good. So let's take a closer look.
Okay, so the demo here is simulating our environment for manufacturing process. It's actually an inspection for the defects of PCB. So these kind of applications, these kind of defect detections is normally done by rule-based machine vision algorithms before, but now they have see the limitations of these kind of rule-based stuff, because not every kind of scenario, not every failure that can be ruled by program ruled. So the AI-based algorithm is a very ideal compensation to the original machine rule-based algorithms. It's just simulate how human perceive these defects, and we use a labeled data set that train this model. So it just generate the logic how people perceive these defects. So you can easily be a very good compensation to the original machine rule-based machine vision. So the demo is actually powered by a system. We call it Deep Learning Acceleration Platform 3000 CFL. It's the processor is based on Intel Coffee Lake, but the most important part is this system is accommodating in NVIDIA Quadro MXM inside. So all this algorithm is accelerated by the GPU, the CUDA cores. So that's why you can act like this in a sufficient way. It's a most efficient way to accelerate this kind of deep neural networking.
Well, that's really impressive there, Zane. So can you explain a little bit more about your partnership with NVIDIA and what you're bringing to market there? I know that there's a Quadro platform out there, and there are only a few providers in the world that are offering this. Can you expound?
Yeah. So actually, NVIDIA now they do perceive this importance for embedded market, especially they want to provide this kind of inferencing everywhere based on this AI model. So they actually, we're lucky that we partner with NVIDIA to provide this AI acceleration engines based on their GPU technology. So ADLINK now is one of the 4 Quadro embedded partners for NVIDIA. That means we can access the GPU silicon directly. So we can, based on that, we can take the GPU to build different kind of form factors for different applications. For example, for defense, there's a very popular form factors like VPX, PC 104. Those form factors, they do not have this GPU accelerated engine before. Now they can do this because ADLINK now producing and designing this based on NVIDIA GPU. And not to mention, we also specialize in ruggedized platforms in for a challenging environment, like transportation or medical. No matter it's a mission critical or business critical, we're confident to build a platform, reliable platform for them. And also, based on the GPU technology provided by NVIDIA, we're building different kind of acceleration engines in different form factors like MXM modules, VPX engines, or even PC 104s. And we also have the capability to do the chip down solutions with the GPU or PGA. If customer have very special concerns about like security, or they want to highly integrate the stuff in the single platform. And we also have a bunch of platforms that is ruggedized, robust enough to work under a challenge environment that can also accommodate these search engines, and with a fan or even passive cooling that can that can utilize all these function features in this field.
Very good. Well, thank you very much, Zane. We really appreciate it. When can we expect to see more AI edge compute devices out in the field?
Well, that's very soon. We had this search engines are ready. I think it's in Q1. That will be very, very soon. We're going to hit the market, go to market with our ecosystem partners. And also we are working closely with NVIDIA on the AI plug-and-play program. So you see here we have our platforms, our acceleration engines, and also we have we have very good frame grabber devices that we also introduce an additional AI engines like MXN to integrate with the frame grabbers. So which means users can use the same slot. If they used to have only frame grabbing functionality, now they can use the same slot, just unplug the old frame grabber and plug this new frame grabber for the AI engine. Now they can enjoy the accelerations with data while the data is acquired.
Well, very good. If you'd like to find out more, you can head to the ADLINK booth at NVIDIA GTC 2019. We're at booth 317, or you can check them out online. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Zane.